Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Derek, I'm the chef here at Nutricia. Today I've kind of got a main course meal for you. It's quite showy off, it looks great, but actually it's really simple to make. So it's a roasted cauliflower and we've got a spiced bread sauce to go along with it. So let's start with the cauliflower. I've just got a medium-sized cauliflower there. I've kept some of the leaves off, but I have taken off quite a few, but I've kept the root on. What I've done is I've just drizzled that with about 2 teaspoons of olive oil and I put it into a hot oven and roasted it. As you can see, it's kind of charred, it's cooked through but it's still tender. I've allowed that to go cold, so you can do that in advance, keep it in the fridge, keep it in a sandwich bag and then bring it out whenever you're going to need it. We're going to stuff inside the florets with some low protein cheese. I'm using the halloumi cheese because it stays together. It melts a little bit, which is nice, but it holds together. So what we're going to do is we're just going to insert the cheese into and around all of the florets like this. So it's a bit of a twist on a cauliflower cheese. I do this for Thai for Christmas lunch, or if we're kind of having a roast dinner, so we can kind of join in. I've got some vegetarian friends as well, so I do that for them. Again, just go around and insert your cheese into the cauliflower. You can push it in, break up the florets, and pop it in. Some will stick out, some will go all the way in. And again, it depends on the cheese you use. Mozzarella is a good one for this, but it will really melt quite a lot. So you don't want to put too much mozzarella, maybe half. The Mediterranean cheese, again, is really good in this. It will melt, but it stays together. The halloumi just works nice with the spice topping that goes on it as well. So there I've got I've used about 100 grams of the cheese, so it looks a little bit like a cheese hedgehog. So that's in there, and then I've got 25 grams of melted butter, and then into that I'm going to add a teaspoon of smoked sweet paprika. But again, you can add whatever you want to add to this. Just some dried mixed herbs, salt and pepper, cumin, coriander. You can do a curry flavoured one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to liberally just paint this all over. So it absorbs the butter, the cheese gets covered, turns it a nice colour red. Again, you really want to just use pastry brush and just soak that all the way through. Again, you can do this ahead of time, leave it in the fridge. You can freeze it at this stage before if you don't want to bake it. And then when you're ready to bake it, just defrost it and then bring it out and then pop it into an oven. It needs quite a high oven, so it's about 170, 180. If it's fine, you might need to go a little bit lower. But remember, the cauliflower's cooked. We're just going to warm this through and melt the cheese with that. So that's all the butter and the smoked paprika on. And then just on top, I'm going to pop a little bit of salt, just because it's nice, gives it flavour. And again, some pepper. You can mix that into the butter and go through. I just like it when it's on the top. The cheese is going there. Let's pop that back in. A little rinse of my hands. So then, to go along with that, I've got a spiced bread sauce. So a lot of sauces and things that we cook in PKU world are tomato based, and I'm one of them people that don't like tomatoes. So I've kind of done this. I love bread sauce Christmas, but I've kind of thought, why do we need to just keep it to Christmas? Why can't we use it all year round? And it's a great way of using up bread. So we kind of always have kind of PKB rolls, bread, low protein wraps, anything. I've just whizzed this in a food processor, so I've got some bigger chunks and I've got some breadcrumbs. Into a pan, we're going to add Let's turn on some heat. I've got 25 grams of butter. And you can make this sauce again however you want to make it, however you want to flavour it, you can do that. You can add some chopped onion or some spring onions to this. I'm just going to add some garlic. I'm going to warm that up with my butter. Normally bread sauce we put the butter in at the end, but I'm kind of going to cook the garlic in there just because raw garlic it's kind of got a real powerful flavour, where if you slightly saute it or fry it a little bit in some oil or some butter, it kind of just mellows it down, makes it a little bit sweeter. I've got 100 grams of low-pro thin breadcrumbs, and we need 150 ml of Snow-Pro or low-pro thin drink, and that's 3/4 of it. So let's take the top off and get that ready. Garlic smells amazing. And then to this, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of ground cumin and half a teaspoon of ground coriander. Again, we just need to fry them spices up, just to release all the oils and all of their amazing fragrance. I wish you could smell this, but it does smell amazing. Now that's kind of cooked for a minute or so, I'm going to add in my breadcrumbs. I'm going to just give them a little stir together, just to absorb all of that butter and all the spices and garlic. And then into there, I'm going to put in the 150 ml of our Snow-Pro. So give that a stir, and then what's going to happen is the bread's going to absorb all of that butter and all of the Snow-Pro, and it's going to kind of become thick. Really nice sauce. Again, love it for Christmas. You can leave the spices out and just do a plain one. But I think, add whatever you want to do. If you want to put some smoked paprika into that, you can add some cheese and do a cheese bread sauce. Anything you can do. This needs to cook just over a low, like for about 10-15 minutes. So by the time this is roasted, your sauce will be ready, and then we can serve them together. So let me put this in the oven, and I'll show you everything when it's baked. Hi guys, so we've got the cauliflower out of the oven. It smells absolutely amazing. The cheese is really gooey and soft. To go along with this, I've just roasted some radishes, so I've just cut them in half, put them flat side down on a tray, drizzle with some olive oil, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and then roast them for about 20 minutes. And again, it's a great alternative. People think you can just eat these raw, but they're great cooked. So I roasted them at the same time as them, which is a great accompaniment to that. And then we've got our cooked bread sauce, which is got our cumin and our coriander in. And again, goes great with this cauliflower. You can serve this with our low-pro rice, or you could do a pasta salad. But great on a roasting, actually you can serve all your other vegetables alongside this. So there you've got kind of a bit of a showy off meal. So you've got your roasted cauliflower with your cheese, your butter and your paprika around it. We've got our roasted radishes, and then we've got our spice bread sauce to go along with that. Great alternative. 60 grams would be in exchange, but again it's kind of rich, so you don't need more than that. Make ahead, you can freeze this, you can freeze the radishes, and you can freeze the cauliflower cooked and then take it out and warm it. So if you've got any left, pop it into a foil tray and you can always heat it up and use it again. It's nice to top with the bread sauce, and then you can heat everything up in the oven. You can always sprinkle a bit more cheese on that, but I think you'll all love this recipe. And if you need any more recipes, go to Low Protein Connect. If not, send me some pictures of your roasted cauliflower or any comments attached to the video, and I'll get back to you. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.